Earlier in the show, we talked about how some Vermont schools are banning one of the hottest new toys, those fidget spinners.
This guy right here. And they are used, is what we're being told by the toy company, to help people stay focused and stay still. But I don't know, schools, they're not all buying that concept. Here are just some of the schools that have been in touch with parents saying kids have to leave them at home or even in their backpacks.
Now, one school on this list has taken it a step further, and Channel 3's Alex Hirsch found out about that. What are they doing?
Well, instead of just seeing them as a toy, one teacher in Barrie wants her sixth graders to understand how they work.
I kind of see them as distractions too, but I like to use them still.
Aiden Madison is talking about fidget spinners. He's got 3 of them.
Teachers say they are distractions too.
That's a common theme at schools, which is why students at Barrie Town Middle and Elementary are not allowed to bring them to school. Or at least they're not supposed to.
How many of you guys actually brought them to school with you today? Well, that's quite a few of you.
Jessica Van Orman, or Miss V, as her students call her, has a pretty honest class. She started noticing them more and more after April break.
One kid was, oh, look at mine, look at mine, look at mine. And, you know, they're comparing them and seeing how long they would spin and seeing who had the flashiest one.
She decided to tap into their popularity, assigning the 6th grade class to research them to find out what they are really for and what makes a good one, a project they just started.
They are surprised by what they're finding.
I've learned that they're not necessarily something you could really use to fidget because they don't require as much physical movement as would say a pencil you could twirl in your hand.
There are fidgets out there that actually do work for people, and they do help people focus.
Some of the claims have been that fidget spinners can help with ADHD and anxiety. So far, many experts have said those are much more complex health issues that don't have simple solutions. We've had more than 100 comments on Facebook, and some parents said they think they've helped, saying things like their kids only use them at home or in the car to keep settled, or when feeling overwhelmed and need to calm down. But one woman who got a lot of likes on her comments said, "The children I've encountered with them are more focused on the spinner and not the person speaking to them."
Well, part of the project is designing their own fidget spinner, one that could actually help people. Aiden's is sort of a plastic bendable pencil with a squishable eraser, rather than something that just spins and lights up like this one right here. Julie, Melissa?
Well, I think what's interesting is what that student said, that it's not quite as fidgety. You know, you're not having to do as much, so it may not be serving the need that it claims by its name.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool piece of information, and from a student. We're talking about 6th graders here, so I thought that was a pretty neat thing to hear, especially because we were just talking about how ADHD and anxiety, things like that, those are really great to have something like that. But it's interesting what they're finding out, if it's really helpful, especially in schools, for sure.